Hi there, I'm Sue and I'm down at the park with my daughter Sophie. And we're just going to have a random chat about unschooling, aren't we, Sophie?
Yes.
Sophie came down to take some photos and I was already down here recording an interview with Imogen. And I just grabbed her and said, look, Sophie, let's sit down and record another quick interview. So that's what we're doing. So the questions we're going to be discussing, well, the first one is, are we a perfect family?
No.
Nope, we're not a perfect family, aren't we? It might look like that sometimes because I do choose nice photos to put on my blog and I tell people all the happy stories, don't I?
Yeah.
But every person in the family has their own issues that they have to deal with, don't they? Just like anybody else in any other family. Yes?
Yes.
And we don't always talk about them because we have to respect each other's privacy. Though I don't mind telling people about some of my mistakes, some of my bad days, because that's me and I'm free to tell people about me, but I don't want to invade other people's privacy. So we're not perfect, are we?
No. Far from it.
But we do pull together, don't we, through the difficult times?
We do.
Now, life isn't one long happy time, is it, from day in, day out, day in, day out? Well,
No.
I think that we're pretty good, lucky, aren't we? We're having a wonderful life together, but sometimes
There's always those bad days.
well, there's bad days when then things don't go right, just exactly how we want, and we have to deal with them. But also there are times in life where circumstances are beyond our control. Things do happen, and sometimes big things do happen, don't they?
Yes.
Such as the death of somebody or losing a job, that type of thing. But I've always found that even though those times are very difficult, those are the times that have strengthened the family bonds, yeah?
They have.
Pulled us all together, though we prefer strengthening the family bonds by going on holiday and doing good stuff together, don't we?
Yes.
So we're not perfect, no?
No.
Do we homeschool perfectly?
No.
Or unschool perfectly?
No.
No. Do you think I know it all?
Sorry. No.
No? Do I make lots of mistakes?
You make mistakes. I wouldn't say you made that many, but you make mistakes.
Oh, go on. Tell me one mistake I've made.
None comes to mind straight away, but I know you do make them. Everyone makes mistakes.
That's true. Everybody makes mistakes because we're always continually learning, aren't we?
Yes.
It'd be sad if we knew it all.
It would. Life would be boring.
Now, you told me something earlier about why I don't know everything and why I do make mistakes and why I haven't got all the unschooling answers. Can you remember what it was you said? About change it was.
Well, the family is always changing. So while Mum might know all about how to unschool us, say, 5 years ago, we're not the same people we were 5 years ago. And the things Mum needs to do to unschool us now is completely different to 5 years ago. So Mum has to keep changing what she knows.
And even though, what number are you in the family? Number 7? 7, yes. And I have unschooled lots of other children. You'd think that I would know it all by now, having gone through the process a lot of times. But you're all different, aren't you?
We're completely different.
You bring up different challenges. So I think, oh wow, I know all about parenting.
You know all about, say, Imogen at 13, but you don't know about Jebbles when she'll be 13.
Certainly not. Everybody is very different. But that's okay. We learn as we go. So we learn. How can we learn best?
Trying things and experimenting
But,
and listening to children.
so we're not going to learn by getting it all out of a book, say?
No, I think a parent will learn to unschool best if they listen to their child and look at their child and see what works for their child.
Now, sometimes I think books and blogs are good. They give us ideas.
They give us groundworks, but they're no use to go just off the blog. Spend all your time reading and forget about reading your child's emotions.
And seeing what sort of person they are, hey?
Yes.
How they think and
Because
what's important to them and what
your
talents they
child
have.
won't be the same as the child on that blog you were reading.
No. Now, do you think that parents sometimes forget to look at their children or to ask them about things?
Oh, I definitely think so a lot of the time.
So, do you think that parents might think that they know best for their child?
Yes, I think sometimes parents forget that a child knows themselves better than the parent does.
Yeah, I really enjoy asking you questions and talking to you because I find out some amazing things. And what amazes me most is your opinions. You really think things out, and you have
I'm very opinionated.
you have some very interesting things to say. I've just got lots of shadow on your face there, but we're going to continue. Yeah, so I think that it's a good idea to talk to kids, do you?
Yes.
So that you would advise parents to go talk to your kids.
Kids like talking to parents. I
They
can
do?
say from experience.
They do?
Yes.
And you think that kids have worthwhile things to say?
I hope so.
I think they do. I can see the chain on your face. I really love talking to you all. And I think the more we talk, the more we listen to each other, the more we understand each other, get to know each other. Because I don't think parents necessarily know their kids naturally. You've got to get to know kids, don't you?
It's like getting to know a stranger.
Well, not a stranger, I mean.
Yeah, but it's getting to know, like, other people.
You can't
You
just...
don't start out knowing someone's personality automatically just because you're their parent.
No, you can't assume you know your child inside out. No?
Exactly.
Especially as they're growing and developing.
Children are always changing.
That's true. And is what a child has to think important?
Well, I think it's important to listen to them. Even if it seems nonsensical, a child has put the thought in about it, and that's worth encouraging and listening to.
So you have, when I ask you a question, you've always got an answer. Do you think that's...
I spend a lot of time thinking.
You're thinking. Do you think that's representative of all children, no?
Yeah, I think children do a lot of thinking, more than people give them credit for.
But maybe some children aren't being used to being asked their opinion, so they might not be able to articulate it as well as you do. Yeah? Might take a bit of practice, a bit of time to get used to.
You have to work the child into talking about their opinions.
Because I'm sure that some children would just clam up, wouldn't know what to say if you...
Some people aren't confident enough and relaxed enough to talk about their opinions straight away.
But we should still try.
Yes.
Yep.
Ask them questions.
And maybe not just interrogate them, though.
No, don't interrogate. Talk like you talk to another adult.
That sounds like good advice, Sophie. So I've enjoyed talking to you. You're enjoying yourself on the swing there. We're just down at the park by our house here, aren't we?
Yes.
And if we just swing around, we can show people that there's just a little park here. And over the way there is the playing fields. And on the other side of the playing fields is the bush, isn't it?
Yes.
That's where we go running. A big area, acres and acres, hectares and hectares of bush. So, thank you for talking to me today, Sophie.
That's right.
What would you say if I said, how do you get on with each other?
I think we get on very well.
Is there any rivalry?
Not really, no. I mean, people seem to think that's unusual when we say that, but really we don't fight and there's no sort of rivalry between us.
No arguments?
Not really.